welcome in this focus. We will talk about traditional agri-food products. These are typical Italian products recognized by Ministerial Decree number 350 of September 8, 1999, symbolizing the authenticity and heritage of their region of origin. TAP products are characterized by their strong connection to local history and by traditional methods of production, preservation, aging, and processing that have been passed down throughout generations. The traditional agri-food products are a key national recognition in Italy. Unlike POD and PGI products, they don't follow a strict production specification. Instead, they celebrate local tradition, craftsmanship, and time-honored recipes. TAP products are deeply connected to the culture and history of their regions. They truly represent the authenticity of Italian gastronomy and help preserve our culinary heritage. The TAP recognition is granted by the regional authorities where the product originates, following national guidelines. TAP products are included in an official list established by the Italian Ministry of Agriculture, and they stand out for their unique sensory qualities and traditional processing methods that reflect the history and culture of their specific region. These are products that have preserved traditional production techniques over time, often passed down through generations. To be officially recognized as a TAP, a product must have been made using traditional methods for at least 30 years. This long-standing continuity is what defines its authenticity. Exploring the list of TAP products offers an opportunity to rediscover the incredible variety and richness of Italian's food heritage. It also deepens our understanding of the country's culinary roots and highlights the connection between food, culture, and place. Supporting TAP products means promoting local producers who are committed to preserving time-honored practice, playing a key role in safeguarding regional identities and traditions. It's important to clearly distinguish TAP products from other, more well-known certifications like Protected Designation of Origin and Protected Geographical Indication. PDO and PGE are European level labels that offer legal protection of a product's name and require strict adherence to production specifications and high quality standards. In contrast, TAP products are recognized at the national level in Italy and do not follow a formal production regulation. This means that TAP is not a certification of quality in the technical sense, but rather a recognition of a product's strong connection to local tradition and its region of origin. Even though they may not have the same visibility or commercial reach as PDO and PG products, TAP items play a crucial role in preserving local food traditions and promoting the agri-food biodiversity of Italy. These are often small-scale, local production tied to very specific areas which help keep alive a truly authentic and deeply rooted food culture. When we talk about tradition in the context of TAP products, we're not just referring to something that's been done for a long time. The term implies that a product has specific recognizable characteristics that clearly distinguish it from other items in the same category. It's often the traditional production method handed down over generations that gives the product its identity and cultural value. The national list of TAP products is updated every year by the Italian Ministry of Agriculture, which is also responsible for promoting this product both in Italy and abroad. This annual update is essential not just to keep the list current, but to highlight the role of this product play in preserving local food traditions and showcasing Italian regional excellence. Back in 2019, there were 5,128 TPA products officially recognized in Italy. That number has continued to grow steadily, reaching 5,715 in 2025. Every year, the regions and the autonomous provinces of Trento and Bolzano report new products, which, after proper verification, are added to the national list. Campania remains the leading region with 610 TAP products in 2025, 9 more than the previous year. It's followed by Lazio with 492 products. Among the most recent additions to the list are products like the cece di Tricarico from Basilicata, cavatiello di Palamonte, Campania, goletta stagionata, Emilia-Romagna, salsiccia matta Lazio, and oca di Lomellina, Lombardy. Other newcomers include Crescia sfogliata di Urbina from Marche, cappone di Racconigi Piedmont, mostarda di uva Troia Apulia and spaghetti di Lari Tuscany. TAP agri-food products are divided into different product categories: non-alcoholic beverages, spirit and liquors, fresh meat and meat preparations, cheese, fats, natural or processed vegetable products, fresh pasta, bakery products, biscuits and pastries, fish, mollusk and crustacean preparation, including farming techniques, animal products and condiments. TAP products represent an extraordinary variety of specialties rooted in Italy's rich food tradition. They are not limited to raw ingredients or simple foods. TAP include cheeses, cured meats, dessert, traditional dishes, preparation methods, and even beverages. What makes them special is their diversity. Each product tells us a unique history, deeply connected to local culture, geography, and centuries-old customs. To give a more concrete idea of this heritage, I would like to present some significant examples of TAP products that highlight the richness and diversity of the Italian gastronomic landscape. We will take a closer look at Apulian orecchiette, a type of artisanal pasta that embodies the spirit of southern Italian cuisine. Then we have Sicilian cassata, an iconic southern Italian dessert. Then we have stomatica folletto, a traditional digestive liquor. And finally, pistoia ricotta, a traditional Tuscany dairy product. Through these examples, we can see how TAP products are more than just foods, they are living witness of Italian culture identity. Orecchiette are a traditional agri-food product belonging to the category fresh pasta and bakery, biscuits, pastry and confectionery products, and are one of the most iconic symbols of Apulian tradition. Orecchiette originated in Apulia, probably between Bari and the Itria Valley in the Middle Ages. Their history spans from the 12th to 13th century, with roots in the province of Bari. The first evidence of this type of pasta dates back to 1500 in a deed of succession that mentions Recchited. There are various legends about their origin, including their importation from medieval France or inspiration from the orecchi di Aman, ears of Aman, Jewish dessert. The name means little ears, inspired by their round concave shape. They have long been a symbol of humble southern cuisine, made with skill, time, and care. Even today, in the historic center of Bari, women sit outside their homes preparing orecchiette by hand, a living testimony to tradition. Orecchiette embodies the craftsmanship, patience, and community spirit of Apulian culture, demonstrating how a humble dish can become a true culinary icon. The sides of orecchiette vary depending on the type of sauce. They are emblematic of the region's gastronomic identity. Orecchiette, with turnip greens in particular, embody the rural tradition of Apulia, prepared with simple ingredients such as turnips, anchovies, and breadcrumbs. Even today, Bari's Via delle Orecchiette is famous precisely because women prepare them by hand outdoors, a scene that symbolizing community, craftsmanship, and southern hospitality. To make traditional orecchiette, mix durum with semolina and water until you obtain a smooth, elastic consistency, then leave to rest at room temperature for about 15 minutes. Take a piece of dough and roll it into a rope about 1 centimeter thick. Cut this into small pieces about 1 centimeter long. Using a smooth blunt knife, form small shells by dragging each piece across the pastry board. Then turn the shell over on itself to form the orecchietta. There is also a version made without the dome shape, better known as strascinati, mostro in Bari. The dialect term often refers to classic orecchiette, referring to the method of creation whereby the pasta takes shape by dragging it across the table. The choice of ingredients plays a fundamental role in the preparation of orecchiette. The main element is durum with semolina, obtained from the central part of the grain, which gives the pasta its distinctive texture and rich flavor. Water, preferably a good quality and with a balanced mineral content, is also essential for achieving the ideal dough. Using high-quality ingredients not only enhances the flavor of the pasta, but also improves its texture and cooking performance. Durum wet semolina, with its high gluten content, gives orecchiette a firm structure and an excellent ability to hold sauces, turning every dish into a truly authentic culinary experience. In Apulian families, orecchiette was a dish reserved for special occasions, prepared on Sundays or for celebration, served with meat sauce or braciole. On Mondays, the leftover sauce was used to make scarpetta or baked pasta. In the Bari area, orecchiette are small and thin, while in Salento they are larger and thicker. Each variant has a preferred condiment: vegetables in the north of the region, meat sauce in the south. In Bari Vecchia, women still knead pasta by hand on outdoor tables in front of their homes, teaching their daughters the perfect stretch with a knife and thumb. This ritual has become a tourist attraction, but above all a living heritage of artisan tradition. Furthermore, in the past, orecchiette were prepared as a wedding gift. The bride offered them to the groom's family as a sign of skill and hospitality. Even today, they are considered a dish of conviviality to be shared with family or friends. Sicilian cassata is one of the most famous Italian desserts in the world. It is a TAP product and together with cannoli is one of the most famous desserts in Sicily and indeed in the whole of Italy. Cassata is one of the most iconic and indulgent desserts in Sicilian tradition. Made with sponge cake, ricotta cheese, Candied fruit and covered in a sugar glaze, it's especially famous for its colorful decorations, inspired by Baroque art. Its origins date back to the Arab rule in Sicily around the 11th century, when Palermo was the largest city in Europe. The Arabs introduced many new ingredients to the island, including pistachios, citrus fruit, almonds, and sugar, all of which had a big impact on local cuisine. According to tradition, one night a shepherd mixed sheep's ricotta with sugar and honey in a bowl and called it kazat in Arabic. The result was so delicious that he gave birth to a new dessert named after that very bowl, cassata. Later on, the cooks at the Palermo court started enclosing this filling in a short crust pastry and baking it, giving rise to the first version of the baked cassata. But it was during the Norman period that the cassata began to take on its modern look. In Palermo, the Martorana nuns invented a sweet almond paste known as pasta reale or marzipan, which became a key decorative element of the cake. In the 18th century, short crust pastry was replaced by a sponge cake imported from Genoa. Chocolate chips were added to the ricotta filling, and over time the sugar glaze and candied fruit completed the cassata just as we know it today. Traditional Sicilian cassata is a true artisanal masterpiece where craftsmanship and precision are essential. The star of the recipe is sweet ricotta, ideally made from sheep's milk, fresh, well drained and blended with sugar, then sieved multiple times until it becomes an incredible smooth, creamy filling. In some versions, it's gently flavored with orange zest, vanilla, or a splash of local liqueur, always used sparingly to preserve the delicate flavor of the ricotta. Thin slices of sponge cake are lightly soaked with syrup or diluted liquor, usually maraschino or limoncello, and layered into a semi-spherical mold lined with a tiny sheet or marzipan, traditional green. Layer by layer, the sponge is alternate with the ricotta cream, often enriched with candied fruit or dark chocolate chips. Once the mold is filled, the cassata rests in the fridge for a few hours, allowing it to set and hold its shape. When it's time to unmold, the cassata is gently turned out and covered with a smooth white sugar glaze. Finally, it's decorated with brightly colored candied fruit, orange peel, citron, red cherries, and figs. Sometimes these are carved into floral or leaf shapes, creating intricate decoration that look like edible mosaics. Sicilian cassata is not just a dessert, it is a symbol of the island history and creativity. Its origins lie in Arab influences. As we have already mentioned, the name cassata derives from cast, a bowl in which, according to legend, a shepherd mixed ricotta cheese and sugar for the first time. From the simple gesture, a masterpiece was born. Cassata is also a true homage to Sicilian Baroque art. The decoration with colorful candied fruit are not only beautiful to look at, they are really edible works of art, often shaped like flower or mosaics. And just like a work of art, cassata was not an everyday dessert. Traditional, it was only prepared at Easter to celebrate special occasion. It even has its own dedicated day, National Sicilian Cassata Day, celebrated every April 12. Stomatica Foletto is a traditional digestive liquor from the Ledro area. It is produced by the historic Foletto pharmacy, which has been in business since 1850 and is a typical local specialty included in the list of TAP products of Trentino Alto Adige. Stomatica Foletto is a traditional digestive liquor. It was created at the end of 11th century, specifically in 1898 by pharmacist and botanist Angelo Foletto, who worked in his family's pharmacy. Following the tradition of Alpine apothecaries, Angelo developed this tincture using local medicinal herbs, with the aim of creating a remedy to aid digestion and strengthen the stomach, and hence the name Stomatica. For many decades, Stomatica was sold as a pharmaceutical preparation and remained registered as a medicinal specialty until 1990. After this date, it lost its medical designation but retained the ancient recipe and is now produced as an artisanal liquor, still following traditional methods such as prolonged maceration of herbs in small quantities. The botanicals used include ingredients typical of alpine flora, such as gentian, rhubarb, and bitter orange, which gives it its typical bitter and aromatic taste, ideal as a natural digestive. Today, Stomatica Foletto is recognized as a traditional agri-food product of Trentino Alto Adige, reflecting its strong ties to the territory, the culture of alpine herbs, and the area's artisanal pharmaceutical tradition. Its history is also preserved in the Folletto Museum in Pieve di Ledro, which recounts the family's journey from apothecaries to liquor producers, keeping alive the ancient knowledge associated with medicinal plants. The product, originally known as Tinctura stomatica, is created from a collection of botanicals which are alpine medicinal herbs. Among the main ones are alchemilla, bitter orange, carifollata, various species of gentian, for example Gentiana lutea, Gentiana caulea, and rhubarb root. The production method is customized and artisanal. The laboratory macerates the drugs herbs for 24 months in small batches of about 450 liters. Traditional techniques such as percolation are also used. After extraction of the botanicals and maceration, the liquor is filtered, refined, and bottled. In an earlier stage, it was left to age for at least 5 months to allow the tanninin to settle. This product has an alcohol content of 32% volume for the typically 500 milliliters per format, a persistent aroma with tannic components from rhubarb and ginseng, and a bitter aromatic flower with clearly recognizable alpine herbs, suitable as a digestive or in cocktails. Pistoiese sheep's milk ricotta is a Tuscan typical agri-food product, produced in the province of Pistoia using a technique that has remained unchanged over time. Before talking specifically about Pistoia ricotta, let's take a look at what ricotta is. Ricotta is a traditionally Italian dairy product made throughout the country with various in flavor and texture depending on the type of milk and preparation method. It's not a true cheese, but rather made by recooking the whey left over from cheese production. During cheese making, milk proteins, mainly casein, form the card with fats, while the leftover whey contains other proteins such as albumin and globulin. When this whey is heated to about 80 degree and combined with an acidifying agent like lemon juice or vinegar, the whey proteins coagulate, forming the soft white carbs of ricotta. Its name literally means recooked. Traditionally, the ricotta was left to drain in perforated containers to remove excess liquid. Once considered a humble product kept by shepherds after selling the noble cheese, ricotta is now highly valued for its lightness and versatility in both sweet and savory dishes. Pistoia sheep's milk ricotta is a traditional food product made in Tuscany, mainly in the province of Pistoia. The traditional nature of this product is linked to the use of high-quality local sheep's milk, thanks to the soil and climate conditions of the pastures. Pistoia sheep's ricotta is distinguished by its particular taste and is traditionally paired with chestnut flour pancakes, another typical product of the area. It has a truncated cone shape and weighs 1.5 kilos. It is non-rind and its white surface has small grooves imprinted by the mold. The color of the paste is white, the texture is creamy and not very consistent, and it is characterized by a sweet and delicate taste and a strong milk aroma. As an appetizer, it can be served on a slice of toasted bread, seasoned with extra virgin olive oil, salt, and a light sprinkling of pepper. In cooking, it is the basis of many traditional and non-traditional dishes, both sweet and savory, and is a basic ingredient in the preparation of a spoon dessert. The production period runs from November to March. The term ricotta, derived from the Latin recoctus, meaning twice cooked, is used in almost all regions of Italy. The major producers are Piedmont, Veneto, Emilia-Romagna, Lazio, Apulia, Calabria, Sicily, and Sardinia. Its historical origins can be traced back to the Greco-Roman civilization, as documented in Columella's work, which in chapter 7 of the De Rustica lists it among the documented daily practice. Ricotta di pecora pistoiese owes its traditional character to the production technique, which has remained unchanged over time. The particular taste of this product is determined by the quality of the milk from Massese sheep. The technique is used to rear the sheep, their diet, and the climate condition they enjoy. There are 20 ricotta producers in Pistoia Mountains, united in a breeder association. In fact, there are a total of about 40 ricotta producers in the entire province of Pistoia. Total production is estimated at 700-800 quintals per year. Production potential is exploited to the maximum, and there is no tendency to increase the number of animals bred. Sales take place entirely in the local area, mostly direct to private individuals at the farm. That's all. Thank you for your attention and keep learning.